Hey guys, this is Thru Movie Review, where we review... Oh, God. Oh my God!
Get him out of here! Get away from the van!
What was that?
So what'd you think of the movie?
You gotta let me back in the van. You gotta get it out of me. I think essentially Ridley Scott did a good job of answering any of the questions that Prometheus made.
I think so too. It was a good segue, and hopefully there's more.
Hey guys, this is Thru Movie Review, where we review and discuss the movie we just watched in my van. Today I'm joined by Anthony,
Austin.
and I'm Joe, and we just got out of Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant is about space crew trying to colonize a planet. They end up getting a transmission that sidetracks them, but it looks even more promising than the planet that they were trying to colonize, so they go down and check that out. What'd you guys think about it?
I enjoyed the movie very much. I thought if you're interested in the entire alien mythology and the alien universe, then Alien Covenant was the right movie for you, and you would enjoy it completely.
It's pretty much the final puzzle piece between Prometheus, Alien, and also Aliens.
I think if you were a fan of robots and aliens, it's a pretty safe bet.
We don't get to know the crew that well. Events happen, someone has to step up. It could be what they were going for, but he just wasn't captain material. All the decisions he was making.
I mean, I think the reason why the plot of the movie went the way that it did, in terms of the captain consistently made the wrong decisions, that was pretty much the case because the main character was Captain Watterson. Keep in mind that Alien Covenant essentially is a movie that was kind of made to be more towards a horror movie compared to Prometheus, which had almost zero elements of any horror movie genre.
It's pretty much like Alien, where it's very methodical. You can really tell Ridley's style of how he wants to tell the story. This one had that thriller element, that horror element, where something's gonna jump out and there's gonna be death.
Exactly, and so typically in any horror movie, you're gonna have five to seven characters in general, but really there's only one character who gets extensive amount of character development, and everyone else is just fodder for whatever that danger, that menace may be in a horror movie. No character is really developed in whatever, and everyone just keeps making bad decisions after another, except the main character. The main character is a strong woman who makes all the right decisions, knows something's wrong, and no one else listens to her. There's some mythology that touches upon Christianity.
There's a lot of religious overtones. I think just the fact that in the naming of the characters, there's a Chris, there's a David, there's constant discussion over creation and destruction and who's really behind the origin of things, who's created the alien, who's the real mother of everyone. But I think that plays into the horror aspect, because what's scarier than discussions of the devil and God and eternity?
This one really felt like there are bits and pieces of each movie in it. Like there's scenes where you kind of think, didn't they do this before?
How do they know about that strategy when they haven't seen the other 8 movies? I think they tried to make sure that they could get the best of the other films and kind of roll them into a new thing. But I think that limits the film in a way by making it seem a little redundant. You kind of knew what the strategy was when you see an alien. There's got to be more ways to kill aliens.
The one thing new that Alien brought to the table that was very much different from any other Alien movie was this was a colonizing mission. A lot of the scenes sort of focus on couples, family.
What do you guys think of the effects?
Yeah, I mean, I did notice that even though the movie takes place in the year 2148 approximately, they had GoPros.
That the technology still fits. It still felt like within the Alien universe and within the timeline that they're functioning.
There was an iPad appearance, or a device that seemed very similar to an iPad. I actually felt like a lot of the CGI when they were close up to the alien, it looked good. But any kind of long shot of the alien, any alien interacting with the environment, seemed like a pre-effects shot. It seemed very low grade.
Felt the same, especially earlier on in the movie. The CG for the alien was not that great. It was almost cringeworthy for me.
Yeah, it was almost 2D kind of looking.
But towards the middle to the end of the movie, I felt like the CG just felt right in place where it should have been.
This movie, it went back its horror roots. As a result, there wasn't that much of a need for a CGI heavy movie that Prometheus was.
One thing I want to mention is the music, which is very prominent in the Aliens franchise. The original movie Alien has a signature theme by Jerry Goldsmith in the titles. We heard that extensively. It was extensively used. We also heard the theme to Prometheus brought back. And music played a surprisingly influential role in the film.
Oh yeah.
Which I found fascinating, including Wagner was prominently featured. But I applaud Ridley Scott for weaving in the other themes of the other films, making extensive use of those themes. Not a lot of great original music in this movie, which I thought was interesting, but a lot of reliance on Jerry Goldsmith, who is long dead. No Asians in the film.
But even though there was no Asians, there was a Hispanic guy, there were two African Americans, and there was a gay couple, a male gay couple. So props to Hollywood for going more the progressive route.
It's true.
Because typically, you see gay couples, it's typically two females.
Or they're seen in a more comedic role.
Exactly.
And the gay guys that they had here felt more like they were the strong men.
And it was like very natural. It was just slightly hinted at on screen that they were gay, and then they moved on.
So, Blade Runner and Alien, they're in the same universe that's been established.
Really? What?
No.
Yeah, the company Weyland-Yutani appears in Blade Runner. Look it up. In the background, there's like an ad or a sign for it.
Really?
What?
Yes. Well, they're both Ridley Scott directed films.
That's true.
But they're in the same universe, and I'm hoping I'm just pushing the crossover any chance I get.
Would you guys grade this movie?
So I will grade the movie on two different scales, depending on your expectations. So if your expectation going to movie was, is this going to be a good standalone movie that's very reminiscent of the original Alien movie, I think you would probably grade the movie at half a gas tank. If you come into the movie with expectations that the movie is going to answer all your questions about in Prometheus and expecting more information about this alien mythology, alien universe, on that scale of expectations, I'd probably grade the movie at 3/4 of a gas tank.
I would agree. I think if you love Alien and you love the franchise, the film franchise, not just generic aliens, but this specific alien, then you're looking at a good 3/4 of a gas tank. But if you don't know anything about the franchise, you're just a general sci-fi fan, you're probably going to be disappointed and left a little bit in open space.
For me, I'd give it half a gas tank. Enjoyed the movie for what it was. It answers a lot of questions. To really enjoy this movie, you would have had to follow Prometheus, Aliens, and Alien. As a standalone, you might be disappointed. So that wraps up our review. I hope you guys like what you were watching, and if you did, make sure you're subscribing to the channel, share and comment on the video, like the Facebook, follow the Instagram, follow the Twitter, and as always, watch and roll with the Drive-Thru Movie Review. Bye guys.